Hello everyone, I am Olivia Page with oraclebyolivia.com and welcome to my channel. Alright, so in today's video, I am giving an energy update for the 12/21 portal. Okay, so we have this 12/21 portal coming up on December 21st, which is also the winter solstice. So the winter solstice is a time for celebrating the increase of light, and that's exactly what happens during portal days too, is we get more light. So on the summer solstice, it is the longest day of the year, and on the winter solstice, it's the shortest day of the year. But after the summer solstice, this is now in the northern hemisphere, after the summer solstice, the days begin to get shorter, meaning we have less and less light in the sky. And in the winter solstice, we actually begin to get more light. So the winter solstice is a celebration of that increasing light and the coming spring. So that's part of the energy that's coming in with the 12/21 portal, is this this celebration of more light coming in. So I was trying to think of some things that we could talk about in this video that's different than the recent portal videos that I've done with like the 11/11 portal and 12/12 portal video. So I kind of want to give just like an overview of why these days are important, why it's important to recognize that more light's coming in to planet Earth. And the reason is because we are going through what's called an ascension process. And so the ascension process is where we are releasing limiting beliefs. We are releasing the density of the third dimension, and we are elevating or rising up to the fifth dimension. And we're going to continue to rise to the fifth, sixth, and seventh dimension. But the fifth dimension is really where we are letting go of the lower density. So we're moving through the third and fourth dimension right now, and then many light workers or mediums, there are many people that have the ability to connect with that fifth dimensional energy. So someone like me, when I'm coming on and I'm channeling, I'm connecting with fifth dimensional energy and beyond. So some beings, like angels and stuff, they exist all the way up into like the 12th dimension. Okay. So we're going through an ascension process, and part of this process is bringing more light into our bodies and bringing more light into the planet. It's again releasing limiting beliefs that we have, the beliefs that we have about life has to be hard, that we have to work our way to the top, that you have to be rich to be successful, that that there has to be, for balance, there has to be poverty, and there has to be these extremes. And so we're releasing some of these limiting beliefs, and we're starting to learn more truths. We're also, part of the limiting beliefs is that we are separate from source, or separate from our soul or higher self, and that is part of the third dimensional reality. But we are releasing that so we can have a deeper connection with ourself, with our soul self, with our higher self, with source energy. I call it source, you call it the universe, God, goddess, whatever is comfortable for you. So the other thing that I've been getting is how important it is to release the limiting beliefs that are held within our water. So water, you're able to program water, and so if you might know about Dr. Emoto, and he was this doctor who worked with water and how you could program the water so that, like, when you froze this water and you spoke very kindly and beautifully to the water, it created these really beautiful crystalline structures when it was frozen. But if you spoke unkind to the water and said mean things to the water and you froze them, the crystalline structures that were created weren't as pleasing to look at. And so because of this, what I've been getting from Spirit is that there's a lot of programming within our water that we have to release in order to help this ascension process to be able to help hold more light. And the other thing that I'm getting from the water is that there is knowledge within the water. There's knowledge within the molecules of the water, that there's knowledge and wisdom within the water that we can unlock by releasing the density of this water and connect with the information that we can learn and download from the water, the molecules of the water itself. But part of that process is releasing the density, cleaning the water, taking better care of the water on planet Earth. So this dragon, the green gold dragon from Sirius, this dragon I felt really called to use, so he came up a couple times in the reading that I did for the full moon pick-a-pile reading that I did on my page. And so I just felt like he really had something to say, because what it says on this card, these are from Diana Cooper's Dragon Oracle deck. What the card says is, brings universal knowledge to your spiritual pathway. Learn about spiritual technology. Be a transmitter of sacred knowledge. So I felt like he wanted to come in and bring some information about what this spiritual technology is. So I'm going to bring him in a minute, but before we do that, I wanted to use my phi ratio DNA tuning forks. And the reason I want to do this is these tuning forks help align your DNA, and they also help open up your DNA to be able to hold more light. And so that's what I wanted to do here, is do this in the beginning to help awaken parts of your DNA that are ready to help hold more light, hold more information, transmute energy. See if we can do them one more time. There we go. All right. So now we'll bring in I'll bring in the green gold dragon through trance channeling. So this is when trance channeling is when I let the being, the high vibrational being, enter into my energy field, into my body, and speak through me. All right. So we're before I let him in, we're trying to get information about. It says spiritual technology. So what is spiritual technology? What can you tell us about what can you tell us about what spiritual technology is? So that's what we're asking the green and gold dragon. So the green and gold dragon, what is spiritual technology? Spiritual technology is the use of light. It is the use of energy. It is knowing how to use energy for the highest good. You can connect with crystals. Crystals are a great way on your earth plane to connect with spiritual technology, to connect with spiritual energy, spiritual knowledge. Crystals have many more purposes than just being pretty to look at. They are healers, they are knowledge keepers, they have energy for you to connect with, they have wisdom for you to learn about. Each crystal has its own information for you to learn. If you choose to receive this information, you can sit in meditation with your crystal and ask what it would like you to know, what it would like you to know beyond what you already know about the healing properties that you have come up with in your earth realm. There are technologies within the light to learn how to use the light and work with energy, to learn how to tap into the free energy grid. And that is part of what is going to occur in the ascension. During the ascension, as these limiting beliefs fall away, as the density falls away, as you rise higher within the dimensional planes, your people will learn how to connect with the free energy grid. Nikola Tesla is a divine being who knew this and tried to bring this information forward, but because of the nefarious energies occurring in the third dimension in the earth realm, they have been hidden from you. But during the ascension process, there will be energies that you will be able to connect with that will provide free energy on the planet, so that there will not be a need to pollute your waters and pollute your air, pollute the soil. This is going to be part of the ascension process, is having these new technologies that will come forward with working with light and crystals, working with the energy of the planet, the energy of the elements on the planet, the energy within yourself, and learning how to meld these energies together so that these energies are working cohesively together, to work with the energy, your own energy, cohesively with the energy of the earth, with the energy of the water, with the energy of the free energy source. All of these things will work congruently together, and that is part of where you are headed. These technologies have been on your planet for a very long time. You have been hidden from these technologies, and part of the awakening is learning that there is something new that there are new ways of doing things on the earth realm, ways that are healthy for all beings, for all life. And that is part of the ascension process that is occurring. So allow yourself to be open to hearing new ideas and new concepts of the way things could operate on your planet Earth, for they can be much different than how they've been for a very long time. It's as if you have been under a spell that has kept you from seeing the truth. And this spell is releasing, and there are many things that need to be released, and doing your individual healing work is important. Doing healing work within the grids or ley lines or energy of the earth, of the water, is very important. These are all important things, and we must not forget, just as humans must not forget that it's important to work on mind, body, and soul, that with the ascension process, it's important to work with your own individual healing and the healing of the earth itself to help work together. This teaches you how to work together with the energies of the earth plane, of the fifth dimensional earth plane, how to connect with that energy, how to clear the energy from the grid lines that needs to be cleared, and clear pathways so that there isn't stuck energy. Just like you can have stuck energy within your body, the earth can have stuck energy within its earth grid, and it needs your help to help transmute and transform these energies, to release them, to get the energy moving again, just like one would when they are getting a chakra healing session done. That the same must be done with the planet, within the water on the planet. There is much knowledge within the water on the planet. There is knowledge and wisdom to learn within the knowledge within the water, within the molecules of the water itself. But we must release these densities in order for the humans to be able to have a greater access to the wisdom and the knowledge that is within the water. There are other knowledges to tap into with the crystals, with pyramids, with other structures that have been built on your planet that are there to be connected with the earth, to be connected with the free energy grid. And so we ask those of us that are helping and assisting with the ascension process on the earth plane, we are asking that you have an open mind and an open heart. Be open to new possibilities, to new ways of doing things, to serving not only your highest good, but to be serving the highest good of all and the highest good of the collective. That's what we want, is the collective, the highest good of the collective. This must be a collective process, working together to create this ascension process, to get from third dimension to fifth dimension and beyond. We thank you for your participation. We thank you for hearing our messages. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Woohoo. He's a fun dragon. So the green and gold dragon, I don't think this is focusing, I can't tell. There we go. The green and gold, oh, stay focused. Well, I don't know, I can't get it to focus. That's all right. Okay. Okay. All right, I think I'm going to take a little pause here and then come back and talk about a few of the other things that I wanted to talk about in this video. Alrighty. Okay. So, all right, so what else did I want to talk about? I wanted to talk about this thing that I made. All right. So, it was a couple weeks ago I received this download, and they were showing me the different dimensions. And so they were showing me, like, this is first, second, third, and then it continues. So fourth, fifth, it would continue on and on. And around each dimension is this grid. See, this is the flower of life. And so there's this grid. There's this grid that is around each dimension. Okay, and within each dimension there is lots of stuff inside of there. And I mean, I'm talking like, you know, galaxies and planets and stars and things like that. But then but there are grids on top of grids, okay? It only makes sense to have grids on top of grids. So so the other thing is, we see these lines, and those lines, do you see the parts where they come together like that? Well, those are the portals. So those are the portals, and then the lines, we travel through those lines. Those are like, you know, the wormholes, or the freeway or the highway of getting from one, like if this is from one galaxy to the next, or from one planet to the next. And so we use this network of portals to get from one place to the other. And so as we can see, these get bigger. And so as we go up in the dimensions, there's an expansion with each dimension as you're ascending up. And the other thing is that it's hard to tell with this. If I made a couple more, you could have probably seen it a little better. But that these are spiraling up. So they're spiraling up. Okay, and so this is first, second, we're at third dimension, we're then the fourth dimension. But then the other thing is that, so let's say we have this structure, and here's the first dimension. Well, off of this first dimension comes another structure like this, going this way. And this is where we get the parallel universes. So here we have these parallel universes that are now shooting off from this way, and they come off from each, like this is the first dimension, and then we have the second dimension and the third dimension. They come off and they're in layers up that way. And these also spiral. And so then they, so there's all these different parallel realities and universes. And so within each dimension, the other thing that I'm getting is that within each dimension, there is a source. There is an energy source. Okay, so what, you know, people call source, or maybe God, that there is this source or God. But it's like the central sun. That's what I'm hearing. It's the central sun. And so that's something also hearing a lot in the spiritual community is about the central sun. And the central sun is this source energy. And each sun is source energy, okay? Each sun. So, but then source energy, the source energy, there's lots of source energy. And then the source energy flows through all of these grids. So it flows through all of these grids. Now these are the different dimensions, but around planet Earth, there's also one of these grids. There's one of these grids around planet Earth, within planet Earth, and like all around planet Earth and within planet Earth. And there's also layers. And then there's grids, you know, the ley lines below the Earth. So it's just really interesting how the dimensions are going up and spiraling up. And like I said, within each dimension, there's all kinds of galaxies and stars and planets and things like that in life. And they ascend and expand as they get higher and higher. And so this was a download that I got a couple weeks ago. And so it hasn't left my mind, so I knew I needed to share it. It hasn't left my mind. So we're ascending up. We're at the third dimension and the fourth dimension. We're kind of in that fourth dimension too, and we're coming up to the fifth dimension as well. But we're not just ascending to the fifth dimension. We are going to ascend beyond that. I keep hearing the fifth, sixth, and seventh dimension, but right now we're just focusing on the fifth dimension, right? Because we want to get out of this density, and so each dimension is. The first dimension is the most dense, and then you come up and up and up. And the source energy has expanded out and filled its light in all these different dimensions, in the parallel universes, and the parallel realities. And it has, so everything that exists comes from source energy. And so everything is an expression of source energy. And so knowing that is just so that we can connect with the knowing that we truly are all divine. So if source energy was everything that could ever exist, but it was like this ball of energy. Let's just say it's this ball of energy, and it was everything that could ever exist, good, bad, and everything in between. But that's all it was. So it had this desire to expand out, and so that's what it did. And so, that's where all these different beings and energies, elementals and humans and things like that come into play, because it's an expression of source, a way to express itself, a way to be able to experience all that there is to experience, because it was all that it could be. And so it needed to expand out to become something more than what it was, to have those experiences, not only within but without, as an outward projection. And so we're part of that projection. And so that's why it's really important that we work on this together, and we work on helping each other. We help each other with the healing process, help each other release their own densities, release their own limiting beliefs. So the 1221 portal, again, is another day of more light coming in. There's been so much more light coming in, and with each year it's just more and more, and with each portal it's more and more, and it's lighter and lighter, and it's helping to transform this energy. And so it's important to do exercises where you are connecting into the fifth dimensional earth grid, and you are bringing down that light into your own body, and then bringing that light into the earth grids. Okay. All right. So I think now I'm going to just pull some cards. We'll see what kind of messages we can get from the cards. So just be kind and gentle with yourself. You might be having headaches. You might be extra dehydrated, so drink plenty of water. You might be feeling anxious. You might be feeling maybe agitated or easily triggered. And that's just because of all the light coming in. And so, let's say we started in the dark, and when you bring in that light, it starts shining light into places where there wasn't light before. And so it shines light into things that maybe you thought were healed, or shines light into places that need to be healed that you didn't even know about. And so these things come up, and so as these things come up, it can feel, you can have many feelings. So you could also be feeling very joyous and feeling very excited. You could be feeling ups and downs of all the emotions. Just know these are all part of the ascension symptoms. You could have like an ascension flu. I tend to get these ascension symptoms where I start to feel feverish, but I don't have a fever, and I feel like I'm almost coming down with a cold or something, but that's not what's happening. So it's just more light coming in. So like I said, drink plenty of water, rest as much as you need to, take care of your body, listen to your body, listen to what your body needs. And just keep putting one foot in front of the other. And it's okay to take small baby steps. Know that anytime you do work where you're bringing in the light into your own body, you're bringing the light into your body and within the earth grid, that you're playing a role in the ascension process. Anytime you get a healing session done on yourself, or you do a healing session for somebody else, you are playing a role in the ascension process. So know that things like that, even your self-care, that's all important, okay? All of that is important and helps with the ascension process. Don't feel like you have to be doing these big grand things in order to feel like you're making a difference. So the fact that you're aware of these things, trying to be mindful of these things, that's playing a part. That's playing a role in the process of releasing this density, of transforming things, being able to see things differently, opening up the heart. That's also something very important, is opening up the heart, because I feel like part of the programming has had us in our head, very much in our head. And so we really need to come back into our heart and really to be manifesting from our heart versus our head, and to be creating from our heart versus our head. So it's really important to get connected with our heart center. We are learning how to come back into our heart center and to connect with our high heart chakra, which is between our heart chakra and our throat chakra, is our high heart chakra. And this also helps us come more into our heart, come more into self-compassion, self-love, self-forgiveness, which in turn will help us to have those feelings for other people, situations, the things that we see going on in the world, okay? So, like I said, just be kind and gentle with yourself. It's okay if you feel like your emotions are all over the place. Make sure you have a good support team. So have somebody that you can reach out to and talk to about it, journal about it. If you have, you could call in Archangel Michael or Archangel Aurora or Mother Mary or some angel that you like to work with to come in and help you. So you could call in the dragons or the unicorns, the mermaids, the dolphins, whoever you like to work with. All right, so let's get started with the cards. Okay, so let's see, what do the cards want to tell the collective at the time regarding the 1221 portal and just everything going on with the ascension process? I'm hearing keep going, keep going, keep going, don't give up. Seraphim's Gateway, voice activation, angelic attunement, divine support. Oh, beautiful. That beautiful card. These are from Kyle Gray's Gateway of Light Activation Oracle cards. All right. So voice activation, we're learning to open our voice more. We're learning to connect with our voice more, to connect with our creative expression more. So let's, I was going to look for my angel cards. Oh, there they are. So the seraphim angels. Okay, so let's bring in a little attunement, an angelic attunement for our voice activation. Okay, voice activation, attunement for a voice activation. Okay, all right. Let's see what angels want to come and help. What angels can come in and help people activate, bring them in a voice activation to the seraphim gateway of divine support, angelic attunements. Okay. Archangel Mariel, manifest for the highest good, work with pure love. All right. These are the Archangel Oracle cards by Diana Cooper. Archangel Faith. With faith, you are invincible. Believe in yourself. Yeah, faith is a big thing right now. To have faith, it's like we know deep within ourselves that there's more to life than what we've experienced. That there is something divine and beautiful and magical to connect with, but we don't always see proof of that in the ways that we would like, perhaps. And so we're really being called to have faith that the ascension process truly is taking place, that it really is happening right before our eyes, and to keep holding the faith. So know that you can call in Archangel Faith and Archangel Mariel to help you, and to help you connect also with the seraphim angels. Let's see. What other Gateway of Light activation cards want to come forward for the 1221 portal? Ah, okay. Almost flew right onto the floor. All right. The Akashic Records, clearing old stories, releasing past lives, which creates freedom. All right, so I think I said this. I can't remember when this card came out. It could have been the 1212 portal video. It could have been the full moon pick a pile reading video. Maybe it was during the full solar eclipse that we had at the end of November. I can't remember, but this is a big thing. We're releasing old stories. We're releasing limiting beliefs. There are so many limiting beliefs. Maybe I'll make a separate video about some of them sometime. Maybe after the holidays. I'll have to channel on that and see what are some of these limiting beliefs that we could be working on and releasing. But any kind of limiting belief which allows you to make yourself feel small, you know, and so that's something to work on, you know, to see yourself as that beautiful divine being of light that you truly are. Okay. All right, so we'll pull just a couple more cards, but just know that things are happening. I don't know if you have seen them out in the world, but things are happening. Things are shifting. Things are changing. I know you might think you look out in the world and it seems you might think it seems ridiculous what's going on in the world, and I can totally understand why you feel that way. But it's because we're in the middle of the Tower card. When for tarot, the Tower card, things are falling away. We're in the middle of the tarot card. So that's why it looks like that and feels like that, is because things are crumbling. These old beliefs are crumbling. And then we have the people who want to keep us living under these old beliefs. And so they're trying so hard to keep their structure, together. And so they're trying to instill more fear and more fear and more fear so that you don't have faith that the ascension is happening, that you don't have faith that things are changing. But we have to, as a collective, find a way to rise above that and transmute that and really believe and have faith and know that things are changing. We have to start visualizing the life that we want to see. We have to stop saying this is so dense and this is so hard and it's so crappy and things are so just there's so much struggle. We have to start seeing, things are falling away. It's creating a new path for new growth. We are going to create a beautiful, peaceful earth. We are going to create a beautiful, peaceful, loving society. There is going to be healing for mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual bodies. We have to start seeing things, and start seeing them within our eye. What would the world look like once we are ascended, and start seeing that and focusing on that, because when we put that energy out there, it helps with the crumbling of the things that need to fall away. So even though it feels tumultuous, like we're in this Tower card, it's actually so something new and beautiful can grow. The Tower card is always really a sign that things are falling away and changing for the better. All right, so let's see. What else does Spirit, what else? Which being of light wants to come forward? Okay. Ooh, the golden light ray. Love and laughter, receiving and giving gifts, passionate projects. Oh, that's cool. So, I just love this deck too. This is my Sacred Light Oracle cards by Anna Stark. I just love this card. Look, she's smiling and giggling. So, yes. Have fun. Remember to have fun. So, it seems like there's a lot of work going on and there's this Tower card happening. But have fun in between it and connect with the golden ray of light. Connect with the golden light. See that golden light, bring that golden light in to help release the density, okay? And let's see, let's see what crystal is associated with this. I'm feeling citrine, but I have no idea. Opal. All right. Well, citrine could be another good one, though, to use, since that's what I was feeling. But this is from the Ascended Master Lord Maitreya. I don't know who that is. We'll see if the book says, because I don't know who Lord Maitreya is. Let's just read this. It says, the golden ray is on the 12th ray of creation, the highest frequency, and also known as the Christ consciousness. It is a high-frequency healing channel that connects to the central sun. The central sun! Woohoo! The golden ray can gently awaken your kundalini and accelerate your spiritual growth. The more you choose to work with it and its vibration. So I feel like connect with the central sun's energy, bringing in that golden light energy. The golden light ray anchors creator energy into the remaining light rays throughout the universe and Earth, creating and influencing planetary healing and releasing energetic denseness as its wavelengths move across the multiverse. Yes, and see when, oh my goodness. Okay, so when I was talking about like this, and then you have that comes off, then this section that comes off and spirals out from each dimension. This is coming off the first dimension, and then there's another one coming off the second dimension, and they're all kind of connected here too. That's the multiverse. This is the multiverse, those parallel universes, and that these suns are they're the source energy that's also helping to source the grid that's around each dimension. And then we have the suns, like the sun of our planet, which is helping to fuel the grid of our own planet. And then we have like our own like central sun within our solar system, or within our dimension, within our galaxy, and each galaxy has its own. And like Sirius, know, people always talk about the two suns that Sirius has, and it's because they have access to the central sun and their planet sun. And as we ascend, we're going to be able to, we can access the central sun, but as we ascend, we're going to be able to access that central sun energy even easier, and we'll actually be able to see it. Okay, so the ray can initiate soul awakening that brings your perception of all that is into closer mental focus. Floating along the golden ray, Ascension Master Lord Maitreya disrupts dense and melancholic emotions. He encourages you to see the lighter side of life so that laughter and comedic relief can benefit you. Use color therapy. Pause and take a breath. Laughter is medicine. And is medicine for the soul. So I used to take this class with my my first Reiki teacher, and she taught laughter yoga, and so I would teach that. So we would go and we would literally just laugh, and we would have these different laughs, and I don't remember, but I just remember we'd have these big belly laughs and and so, you know, to do that, like and then it's like you're on the phone, and then you're like, oh, this is so funny, and and to do these different laughs. And so try that. Like, you might think that's so silly, but that's the point. The point is to be silly, and so that you laugh, and you can see how it really shifts your energy for you. Generosity and abundance follow the golden ray wherever it leads. It is pure divinity and seeks to heal those who access its frequency. Much like the setting sun, its color is warm and luminous, settling our soul when we feel its glow, always uplifting. The golden ray will shower you with the warmth and comfort of fulfillment as it settles the highs and lows of emotions, shifting feelings of loss and emptiness within the psyche of your soul. And it says, find joy in laughing at yourself more often. All right. Good. So laughter is medicine. So have fun in between all of the work. That's the thing. We're always talking about so much work that we have to do. And so, but to have fun and to find the joy in between and to do things that are fun and lighthearted, find comedic relief if that's watching a funny movie or a funny TV show or going out to see a comedian, something like that. It's important in between all of it to find our joy, because if we're just working on shadow work all the time, man, that can be really draining. It can actually really bring you down. And so you have to take time to find your joy. And even if you're connecting with our sun versus the central sun, the energy from the central sun is still within our sun. Okay. So it's all connected. It's all connected. Okay, so then I do want to pull a card from this deck. This is my Sacred Sea Oracle cards. These are gorgeous cards. And let's just see what do the Sacred Sea, what do they want to tell us? The Sacred Sea. What can the sea, what can the oceans, what can the water of the earth tell us at this time that we need to know concerning our ascension process, or how we can help the earth's water? Okay. Alrighty. So the first card, Botanical Sea Temple. Blooming opportunities. So there will be opportunities coming as we're releasing these denser energies, these denser feelings. There's going to be opportunities that come our way. Okay, there's going to be, I feel, a big shift. This Tower card is coming, but it's to help us so that we can grow something beautiful from that. Okay, and Dolphin Spirit, activate more bliss. Again, the dolphins really bring the energy of joy, and to have fun, to be playful and to have fun. And that's what it says, activate more bliss. So And you know, the number 9 is on this botanical sea temple. This is like one of the gateways in this sea. And so this card, the number 9, it's really about collectively. The number 9 is humanitarianism. It's also about like endings. And we've got the number 32, which is the number 5, and that's change. So we're coming to the end. Change is coming. There are changes occurring, okay? So we just have to hold the faith, keep the faith. You can call in Archangel Faith to help you with that. You can call in Archangel Mariel to help you with that. And the Seraphim Angels. Woo. All right, so these are all the beings you can call in if you were like, I'm not sure who I want to connect with or work with. The Central Sun, our Sun, the Seraphim Angels, the Green Gold Dragon of Sirius, Archangel Mariel, Archangel Faith, the Botanical Sea Temple. So connect with the temple beneath the sea, and dolphins, dolphin spirit. And this was, I'm gonna have to open it back up. Ascension Master Lord Maitreya. Ascension Master Lord Maitreya. So these are all the beings of light that want to come in. Let's see here. All right, what's one final message Spirit wants to leave us with? One final message. For everything that's going on in the world, everything that we talked about in this video, what's one final message Spirit wants to bring us? Creation. Remember your thoughts, shape your future. Your words create today. Your choices become your reality. So I want to change your words, your feelings. Your feelings create today. Your feelings. Okay? So here we have the beautiful hummingbird. The hummingbird spirit is all about that creation, all about noticing the sweetness of life, having gratitude, and seeing the beauty around you. Okay? All right, everyone. Well, I thank you so very much for being here. If you have any questions, please put those below. What else can I tell you? Just check out my channel if you're interested in watching the 12/12 portal update. Or I created a Capricorn video. So what energies are you working? What energies is your sun, moon, and rising sign working with during Capricorn season? So those are things that you can check out. I'll link some of those below. What else can I tell you? I have a spirit circle coming up, which is happening on January 11th. I'll link that below. It's a spirit circle where me and another medium get together and bring messages forward for those who bought tickets for the spirit circle, and you get spirit messages and sound healing. So and if you subscribe to my channel, it would really help my channel get more notice, and then you get to be notified of my anytime I create new content. Alrighty. All right. Well, I thank you so very much for being here. You have a happy holiday season and a happy new year, and I will see you soon. Bye.